Hello everyone, Johnny Hurricane here from GamersHeroes.com, and today I'm going to tell you how to unlock everything in the Planetologist tree to get all the ultimate skills, maximum levels, all of it. It is totally worth it because this tree lets you get more ore, more fuel efficiency in your copters. It's a really good tree. Shout out to Fengrush. His link is down below for the guide that he did. It's all written and everything, so if you want to check that out, that's what I use to complete these quests. First thing you need to do is meet with Derek. He is near Imperial Testing Station number 2, up above it in the Haga Basin, the South Haga Basin. And you have to climb up to him, so if you don't have like a gravity pack or an Omnithopter, you'll have to climb all the way up to his little camp here, talk to him, and he will basically start the chain of giving you planetologist stuff. And the first mission is to actually go to the Imperial Base down below where Derek actually is. It's right there. Number 2, you will have to climb down, which means you're going to have to climb back up. If you're lucky, there's going to be some people already here clearing the enemies out. If not, you're going to have to fight, but go inside. And remember, if you don't have this as your active quest, open the journal and make sure that it is so you can actually see the item on your radar or your compass. And also put some respawn beacons down if you need to. So when you get to the first door, it's an orange key code. I just totally forgot that it's right there. Literally right there. Hold it. You can go inside. Once you're inside, take the stairs down. Again, you might have to fight here. See that it's 106 meters away, but it is above us. Keep going up the stairs. Grab the water, grab whatever you need. Keep going until you get to the little red hologram, and then follow it to the southwest or the south, that doorway. Also look out for chests. As you see here, we have enemies, but the chests in here have like advanced servox, and basically all the vehicle parts will be in these Imperial outposts. So it's worth grabbing them now. You're going to need tons of them, especially if you plan to build an Omnithopter later. Now head to the west, and down the hallway, you're going to go to this room that's got the spiral staircase. Feel free to look around in this room because there's like a chest room on the other side of it, but we need to go down below because that's where our quest item is. Once you jump down below, there's going to be some more enemies. Well, there were for me anyway, so deal with them. And then there's a doorway to the north. That's where we want to go. And you can see now our objective. Again, have your objective marked. We are on the right level. And here's what we're going to do. If you don't know about these are secret secret stair. Fucking, what are they? Secret bookshelves. Good Lord. There we go. And you get in here. And normally there's good loot. So make sure you grab all that. But make sure you get this box right here because that has the records. That's what we need to return to Derek. Quickest way out is going to be to the north. You will fight a shield enemy here, so get a melee weapon and basically shank him. And once you kill him, go in the other room, get the purple band, and loot the chest, obviously, because you're going to want the stuff that's inside of that. And then you can head out, go right over here, go through the purple doorway, purple keycard doorway, follow the stairs, keep on going, get on out, and then head back up even further and talk to Derek again and turn the thing in. At this point, if you want to keep doing the quests, you're going to need some sort of vehicle because you have to go through the desert. We did this, Smith and I did this when we had our Omnithopter. So you're going to at the very least need a bike. So make sure you get to that point. But here's where the next spot is. So it's the Western Vermilius, whatever. There's the Haga Basin. We're going up here. What we're looking for is Imperial Testing Station 197. You're going to have to go to the bottom of that. Basically, we just flew down, but you can jump down or float down and you'll see Derek right there. Chat with him, and guess what he's going to ask you to do? Yep, he wants you to go get some more microfilm. So you're going into the base. Make sure that you make it your active quest as well, because you do, you want to make sure you have the objective on your radar, and you head inside. And basically what you're going to be looking for is the entrance right over here. The entrance is down here, and don't follow the red statue. That's the way out, and you're going to keep going down. Now, I don't know if we got lucky and someone cleared all the enemies, but I basically just ran right down the tunnels. And I found the doorway, and once I was in the doorway, we were in the base. And again, make sure this is why you want it up on your radar, so you know that you're going the right direction. This door is open, you go inside. Again, I feel like you would probably have to fight some enemies in here. We just didn't have to. Gather any supplies that you want, including your servox. Jump back down, and there is a green door, but we don't go through the green door. We go back here. And this little desk has some money and the quest item that you are looking for. Now you can head back up. Again, the thing to think about these sieges and these Imperial bases and whatnot, the way to get out is to go up. You need to take the stairs up. So either head back the way you came, or you can clear out the rest of it if you want, and gather a little bit more loot. Just make sure when you leave, you talk to Derek, because Derek's going to stay here until you talk to him. You talk to him, and then he goes back to his camp. And to remind you, his camp is in the Haga Basin near the Imperial testing station. If you zoom in enough, you can see his planetologist icon. Yeah, you have to come back here, which is why, again, Ornithopter is way better to do it with if you have it. But if you've done this up to this point, what you can start doing is you'll get extra dialogue options. Like this instance is like, hey, I saved you. You said you trained me more. You got to click these. I need some more training. And he'll say, okay, yeah, sure. And it'll be a little brief interaction, and you will then unlock the next tier of skills. So anytime you see some extra chat with Derek, make sure you click it. Next part is going to cost you some money because you need to go. And now I am of House Atreides. So I go to, when I use the Ornithopter, you go to a trade post, talk to the helicopter individual. They can then bring you to like the Harkonian outpost, or they can bring you to the Atreides outpost. And you want to go to Arakeen if you're the Atreides, I believe. Like, look at your quest objective. If you are with the Harkonians, it might tell you to go to the other place. So spend your money and get there. And if you haven't been here before, again, make sure that this is your quest, your active quest, so you know where the thing is. But you head right to this middle area, and there's a bar over there. I just wanted to scout it out because I haven't been here. Go through the bar, which is the northeast, and then we are going to take the stairs up because our person we're looking for is up at the top. And I'm actually just going to run the whole thing right now so nobody gets lost, because we do have to come back to this guy a couple of times. We go to the top floor of the bar, which is really cool, by the way. I like the atmosphere in here. And I thought it was one of these dudes, but he's actually way back in the corner, and he's kind of a douchebag. But talk to him, and you will complete this part of the quest. And then guess what you have to do? Yep, you return back to Derek at his camp. You give him the information, and then there will be another... Well, now we got to go find Derek again, basically. Next quest, basically, for Derek will be here on the map. So there is the Eastern Vermilion. That's the Haga. We're going far, far north up to this place right here. Zoom in. We are going to the Imperial Testing Station number 76. And yes, we are landing because we have to go in. Once inside, Derek has already been captured. He is in the cage right here. And he's basically like, hey, yeah, I want your help, but could you get the stuff that I need first? Like, help me out after you get the items. So, you know, take the quest from him, and then we're heading deeper. It was at this point that Smith decided to stop using his... Nope. It was at this point that Smith got a little bit lazy and stopped using his legs. He just started sliding everywhere, so that was fun. Anyways, keep heading down. Grab the water if you need it, and we're going into this room. Clear any enemies that you come across. And after you clear this room, that you will have a west door that is locked, and then there's a southwest hallway, my mistake. That's why I love having a compass. You can do some exploring if you want, grab your Servox, but we're going through the southwest hallway. Go through here again, probably going to get some enemies, so be ready for that. Just keep working your way, fighting your way down south of the hallway, and once you clear this area, you'll have some stairs that you want to go up, you know, check the fabricators and whatever else you can loot. We're going up a bit. Once we were up here, we did meet a little bit of heavier resistance, and we also started running into traps, so watch out for those, because I swear a couple of days ago that fire wasn't burning me when I stepped on it, but now it does, so be careful of that. And then around the corner, there is another quest item for the growing pains thing right here that I apparently had, so just, you know, might as well, if you can take it, is what I'm getting at. And then keep going down. We're going lower and lower. You know the way down is to the items, the way out is back to Derek. And of course, fight. Keep clearing out your enemies. There is a north doorway in this one that you want to take because first off, there's some more loot, but we need this ID band. So take the north doorway and make sure you get that purple ID band. Once you have the ID band, we are taking the south hallway, because there's going to be some enemies down here. Want to clear them out. Go into the next room. Next room does have a bit of a mini boss in it, so be ready for that, but he couldn't compete. Look at this, just ramming right into him, sword right up the booty. That's it. Game over. This should open up a door to the south. Go into that, which will give you the purple wristband. Now we can take the door that is to the east, where the mini boss was. And then in here, you will get your big chests and a bunch of other loot as well, so grab that. From there, you want to take the hallway, the north doorway, the north green door, and I had some more enemies in here, but we are very close now. So clear out the enemies, and there's these ramp up to a broken window, and that's the only time I've seen this, by the way. I haven't been through a ton of the stations, but you can already see the bookshelf back there. That's what we're going for. That's the item. So open up that, grab all the loot, and of course, grab the quest item inside. We need something else, so we also need to get some keys to help Derek get out of his cage. So got to remember that as well. And once you're done with that, drop down, and there's like a sort of greenish door to the east that we'll go through. We're going to keep going. This is where the big loot chest is, so make sure you grab that, get your schematics or whatever, and then head through the purple doorway. And as long as you go right to that book and interact with it, you will get the keys, head upstairs, free Derek, give him the item. He will say thanks, and then he's basically going to head back to camp. So what we have to do next is go back and speak with Derek back at his camp near the Imperial Testing Station number 2. And then we have to go to Arakeen again, or Harkonian land, whatever you need to go to, because we need to speak with someone else. So take the trade post Ornithopter, and then for me, he was up in the residential area, or whatever this is over here. Just make it your active quest, and the marker will lead you right to the guy. Talk to him, exhaust the dialogue options, and then you can leave this place. He will give you information. We need to find an abandoned siege, whatever they're called, and I don't have the entire area, so where I would go first is the Haga Rift, and then go to the left over to this spot right here, and you are going to find a very narrow cave entrance. It's in the western shield wall, not cave, just an opening in the gorge, and then you need to follow this all the way to the end, and then there's a rock or a altar or whatever it is, and you just interact with it. Make sure you click E, and then you can leave. Next, we have to go sort of Haga Basin area to Imperial Testing Station number 29. Thankfully, Derek's not back at camp. He's actually somewhat close to where we are. So there's the Eastern Vermilion Gap, and this is the outpost. Head inside, and you can talk to Derek right in there, and he will give you the next part of the quest, which is more film. Go down, and again, this one has traps, so be careful, because this is actually where I ended up I set myself on fire, basically. Clear out enemies, watch out for traps, and go down the hallways as you can. And then we're basically gonna, yeah, that was a whole waste right there, and I started on fire for nothing. So I have to heal up. Don't forget that the advanced medkits do heal fire, and then we're going to go down this hallway, the western hallway. Once all the enemies are clear, the north doorway, the north hall is where we're gonna end up. The door is locked right now, but we're gonna deal with that. So head into this area. I didn't have any enemies, but as usual, be ready. And I did have enemies in the next room, and it is worth noting that they can trigger alarms. If you see these little blue, see this guy's trying to trigger the alarm right there? No. So be careful of that. Didn't know they could do that until this one. And then you can get your green little band, get your loot, and you can head back up the stairs and go to that green doorway and go through. And once you go down the stairs, of course, you will run into some more enemies. These ones are pretty heavy duty, so again, be ready for that. Check around in the extra rooms because they do have loot and chests. Then head southeast through this green door and beat some more enemies. One of these bald dudes that's somewhat, I don't know if they're a boss so much as a mini boss, but they do have generally decent loot on them. Once you kill all the enemies, the green door that leads up some stairs will open up. So you want to go up there. Once you go up the stairs, you're going to get your big boy chest and the quest item. As you can see, we're on the right level. All we have to go is around the corner, go through the bookshelf, and as usual, the notes we were looking for are right there. Make sure you get that purple armband as well. I didn't get the footage of it, but you'll want that on the way out because it's going to make it easier for you to go up and leave. And speaking of leaving, Derek is still here, so make sure when you get to the end of back at the entrance of the dungeon, talk to Derek again. You have to give him the item, and then he will head back to his camp. You don't have to go to his camp. We can go directly to the next mission. And the next spot will be over here. And again, if you're wondering how I know all these spots, check the comments down below. We're going to station number 71. It's right over here in the oculum or whatever it's called. Head into the testing station. Derek should be at the entrance. I unfortunately started recording a little too late, so I missed the talk with him. But talk to him, and he will basically be like, hey, I need the film records from the station, as usual, right? And we're going to start heading down, so down northwest. No lie, this place was pretty brutal for me. A lot of poison was going off. I didn't even use my sniper rifle. I just started using my sword. So, watch out for that. Cool thing is, though, Smith's knee, his knee skill ended up glitching. So he had this cool, ghosting effect while he was sitting here. It was actually really awesome. If I could have that effect active, I would. And anyways, you want to go through the southeast doorway into the hall. Again, make sure your quest is active because having these markers on your map is really going to help you. Grab yourself this purple band. You want that also. And our thing is right over here, actually. So head to the northeast. And once you're inside that room, you will find that there is a bookshelf. Go into the bookshelf. And, of course, you will find your quest item inside. And from there, you want to head northeast, around the corner, down the hallway. See, this is the cool little fucking shadow anime thing Smith's got going on here. Head through that green door. That'll lead some stairs that go up. Or no, go through this green door, sorry. That will go down. And, of course, you will have some more enemies to fight, so deal with them. Once you clear out the room, Look around for this little door that is in the northeast corner because we'll need this purple band in order to get to the other room where Kyne's notes are. And then once you find that, go through the purple door, go into this weird torture chamber where you will have another scrap with a mini boss. Once they're all dead, go through the northeast door, grab the notes right there. Boom. And now you can leave, but again, do not leave the area without talking to Derek. He will be at the entrance of the testing station. You got to turn in the items to him here. From there, head back to Derek's actual camp at the Imperial Station number 2, and he'll be like, or above Imperial Station number 2, and he's going to want you to go talk to the guy that's at the top of the bar in the faction city. So for me, it was Arrakis or Trades City, whatever the hell it's called. So head to a trade post and take the Ornithopter there, and then go up to the bar, top of the bar, talk to the guy that's under the fancy umbrella, and he will give you the information you need. You then return to Derek's camp, and he is actually already under attack. So you need to fight off a sniper team there. There's 3 teams total. Defeat all the snipers. You do actually have to be kind of close to like where their radios are, so it clears for the quest also. So make sure you're not actually just sniping them. And then you can return back to Derek's camp and check his notes. Once you have all the information, we need to head back to the Odem, which I know we were literally just there for the last one. So we have another testing station. This time it's over here. Testing station number 163. And again, check out the guy's guide below. Really, thanks, dude. That really helped. And we're heading inside. Once inside, find Derek. He's near the entrance, and talk to him. He's going to give you another quest. This time we have to find the recording of Kynes in this, what used to be, it looks like a city or something, but yeah, it's pretty big. Head towards the northeast area, like down the stairs and everything, and there will be a little doorway that leads almost like into the back area, and there is an ID band here. This is essential, so we need to do that. And of course, you get more loot. And then head out the north, and we're going to see a doorway down to the west, and that is what we're taking. See, we're getting closer to the quest. There was also a chest up there, so I wanted to grab that. And then we're going to go through the doorway, and we're going to keep heading up the stairs. Keep going until you get to the room that has the stairs that lead down, and then go through these green doors because we're going to have to fight the enemies inside so we can gain access to the doors down below. And then we will go, after we kill all the enemies in there, go down the stairs. This will open up the door down below. We're going to go through that. And as you can see, we are basically right on top of it because there's the hologram and the chest. So interact with that to get your quest item, and then, use the chest to get your loot. And then once you have your purple ID band, you can then use the purple doorway to take the stairs to get out of here quicker. And Derek will, of course, be right back at the top, where you can chat with him again and turn the item in. And from there, all you got to do is return to his camp near Imperial Station number 2 and exhaust all the dialogue options. This will unlock all your ultimate skills, max rank skills, everything. So make sure they get your, Ornithopter fuel and repairs and all that, and even any gathering stuff that you want. But that's the end of that. It's the end of that quest. Again, thanks to the dude that made the guide. It's down below. Check that out. And if you liked what you saw, got what you needed, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Later, Gators.